Hi guys, it's Michelle Patterson here with Angel Souls, and these are your December 2015 and 2016 overview readings. And for this time, I'm going to be using a whole bunch of different decks depending on your sign, but definitely for the month of December, I will be pulling a color card from the Ina Segal Secret Language of Color Oracle card deck. And then I might be using for your sign. I think I'll be using these for the year, I think, for 2016, because it just feels right. So the Angel Chatter Archangel Oracle deck by Christine Alexandria, who you know I love. So there's that one. Maybe the Magdalene Oracle by Tony Carmine Salerno, because there's a lot of stuff to read here at the end of the year, so I want to have like lots of different decks so it doesn't get boring, right? And we don't have a whole lot of like repeating cards and things like that. So also the Angel Feather Oracle by Michelle Newton, or maybe the Angel Therapy Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue. And if you would like a personal reading with me, this is a very busy time of the year for me. I'm going to keep that wait time at 20 days. I know people have a problem with that already, and I get it. You know, it's kind of, you know, having to wait 3 weeks for a reading. I know that can get a little like, come on. But there are people out there who have year-long wait lists. Oh, yes. So, yeah, so if you want to get in line for a reading, go ahead and do that. It's angelsouls444.com. Go to the services page. And of course, if you would like to support me on Patreon, I will leave all that information down below. Oh, I also wanted to mention the artwork behind my head. This is from Sonia Shannon. I don't know if you can see it all that well with my big head in the way. It's really beautiful, and she even has a message going around the border. I highly recommend that you check her out, and I will leave her website down below as well. So let's get to it. Hi there, Aquarius. Let's see what's going on for you for December 2015, and then we will do your 2016 overview. So let me just take a second here and focus on the energy. Ooh. Okay, some of you, I think, might be getting news of a baby in December. Okay, now, yeah, they're saying this could be whatever your definition of a baby is. So, or something that would bring you that same kind of joy. So some people were trying to get pregnant. Some of you out there, you might hear news of that in December. If that is not the case for you, some of you might be giving birth, or an adoption might go through. But yet for other people, it could potentially even be you're getting a new pet or something. You know, it's like it's your baby, and it really inspires a lot of love in you. So whatever it is, it's a lot of responsibility, but you're going to be very, very happy to take it on. And it does feel like a new identity. That's why, and I was kind of drawn to Mother Mary, this thing I have sitting here. So that's why I kind of thought it was probably a baby coming in. So if you're not looking for that, or maybe you are trying, but December, just for your particular energy, it didn't happen, don't lose the faith, okay? If you want it to happen, you can figure out a way. Okay. All right. You've got kind of an interesting reading going on here, but let me start with this. The first card, it's Magenta Angel Feather, Essence of an Entrepreneur. The angels have witnessed your business flair and dedicated work ethic. They believe that you could aspire to be quite an entrepreneur if you choose to follow this path. Now, a lot of you don't like working for other people, I think. At least that's just the feeling I'm getting here. Or you like something that really challenges your imagination. So if things are not going the way that you want them to, think about maybe creating something of your own and really bringing your own ideas forward. You know, you don't have to spend your whole life serving a boss, especially a boss that doesn't respect you or whatever. And again, for December, I think because there's this, I call it a spark of magic. There's something that's coming in. Like I said, for some of you, it's going to be a baby, but then we have this Essence of an Entrepreneur card that comes up. So you might start realizing that aspect of yourself and going, you know what, maybe I should get out there and try something on my own. I don't think this is something, for some reason, some of you are thinking about launching something. I don't think it's going to happen in December. I don't know why. But if that seems like bad news to you, it's not. It's really, there's something that's going to be brought to your attention It's not bad. Okay, it's not like something goes wrong and you're like, oh, I got to fix it. I mean, maybe, but it more feels like, oh, there's a whole, wait, I could do that with that too? Okay, let's hold off on launching my website. Let's do this because that's going to be really cool. It's like you choose to not launch it, okay? But whatever you got going on, you've got the power there, so you want to tap into that. Okay, so the next card we have is Emerald Green Angel Feather, Restored Health and Healing. The healing angels have heard your prayers for improved health. They send healing rays of green light that will assist you or loved one to heal physical and mental conditions. So this, okay, so yeah, it has all that obvious meaning where you might find a solution to a health issue or you find that your health is improving. But what I was really drawn to was the mental health. So if you have been beating yourself up, if you think, oh, that's never going to happen for us or for me or whatever, you're going to start healing that. You're going to start seeing that you deserve these good things, that maybe you can start something on your own. You know what I mean? And you're going to have the energy to do it. So this is this nice kind of rush of energy that just kind of goes, you know what? I'm not going to let people tell me what I can and cannot do. I'm going to clear away all the negativity and I'm going to go after the things that make me happy. Okay, so it's very empowering, but again, very, very healing. So really beautiful energy here. Okay, so the next one, it's telling a story. Okay, the next card is Crimson Angel Feather, Innate Creative Talents. The angels are here to reinforce to you that you have natural creative talents and skills which need to be unleashed or further developed. And okay, hello. That's exactly what we've been talking about here. So get your ideas flowing in December, guys. What have you been dreaming about? And sometimes, you know, the things that you've always wanted, your dreams, when you try to bring them into reality, they need a little tweaking. So that, I think, is kind of what you're reworking the plan. You're figuring out how to be more creative, even in how you structure your life and what you devote your time to. Does that make sense? So this is that whole co-creative thing that we always talk about, right? So if you don't like how your life is going, especially when it comes to career or life's path or what have you, start to get creative, start to heal some of what is holding you back. What makes you think you can't do it, right? So that's the thing that you're going to have to look at this month and realize, okay, I got to change my energy before anything in my physical world can really start happening, okay? So the final card we have before we go on to the color card, then the 2016 overview, we have Gray Angel Feather. The answer is maybe. Now, before I even read this card, anytime this comes up, it's that place of in between. You're not really in the shadow, you're not really in the light, you're somewhere in between. You're being perfectly human, and it's okay to not have all the answers. So if you're sitting there going, well, how's all this going to turn out? When they say maybe, you know, is it going to be successful? They say maybe. What they're really saying is it's up to you. You're the one who's going to decide whether it's successful or not. They can't, they can't come in here and make things happen for you, right? All right. So the card says the angels acknowledge your question, but are unable to give you a definite answer at this time, again, because it's up to you. Okay. So let's see if we can get further guidance with the color card. I love this card. You guys got blue. Activate your healing power. The number is 37. So we got more of that healing thing going on. You're really being asked to not only recognize, but really tap in, harness, and utilize your own ability, okay? So the thing that needs to be healed is your disbelief in yourself, all right? So see what that means for you. For each of you, it's going to be very different. And it does feel like you're getting some help from the cosmos a little bit. You know what I mean? Like you're getting signs and symbols and information and synchronistic kinds of events. So just open up your consciousness and really, thank you. So they're saying the way to approach this is not to take you have to be realistic. So you're going to have to take a somewhat human approach. But we humans, what do? We love to plan. We love to control. And they're asking you not to do that so much. Just open up, let the guidance flow in, okay? And you will know what to do. That's December. How about that one? Oh my. Okay, so let me clean up my mess here a little bit, and then we will get on to the overview. And I've been telling everybody, I put these together in one video because, quite frankly, I'm one of those people, when I go to YouTube, I don't want to sift through a whole bunch of different videos just to try to find where the December one is or where the overview is. So I like to just be very Everything's in one spot for your sign. Okay. Great change. Great change. But it's great change for the better. Unless you don't heed the advice and you don't end up healing that aspect. It's interesting. They're telling me that December's kind of getting you set up for 2016. You have to, whatever you're healing or whatever kind of thing you're up against or whatever you're having to unleash, let's put it that way, it's getting you set up. So if you don't take advantage of that, you're going to kind of be out behind everybody else. Does that make any sense? Okay, so let's get into it here. Manifest. Yeah, you're trying to tap into your own power. It's all about that. Animals. Okay, so grounding. Spiritual souls. And movement. Okay, so here is what I've also been telling everybody. If you want to treat this like each card is per quarter, by all means, go right ahead. That's not how I'm approaching it. I'm going to kind of give you the umbrella message for the entire year. So the first card we have is our beautiful Archangel Gabriel, right? Manifest. Inspiration is the source of all manifestation. What are your heart's inspirations? So Gabriel's coming forward and saying, okay, if you want to manifest, that's all well and good, but you need to figure out what you really want. And I think I said this one on the sign too. Some of us, and I do this too, in our brain we think we want something. And we're like, we want it, we want it, we want it. But our heart is going, you know. I personally have done that with children. In my mind I'm going, I want children, I want children, I want children. But my heart is going, yeah, but I make an awful good auntie. You know what I mean? Because then the kid kind of goes home with mommy and daddy and, you know, whatever. And it's the responsibility that kind of gets me. And that's what my heart is saying. Do you understand? So there's a conflict there. So for you, you might be experiencing something similar in regards to anything in your life. And you have to, Gabriel's kind of asking you this coming year to reconcile those differences. So come to a place of, what does that mean? Neutrality. Oh, get out of the push-pull. I want this, now I want this. I kind of want that, but maybe I don't. You know, get out of the push-pull. Come to the center. And that's where you can really kind of harness your own power and start really bringing things into your world. It's up to you. Okay? It's, you know, the universe is going to back you up and they're going to try to bring you opportunities. But if you can't be in a space to recognize those opportunities, they're going to go right by you. Okay? You're the one in charge. So, of bringing the opportunities in. So the next card we have is Archangel Etherial. Animals. It says, let's strengthen your connection to the animal kingdom together. Now, as you know, whenever animals kind of show up, number one, they're a beautiful source of love. And they're nature, right? They're a part of nature. So to me, this is always about getting centered, getting grounded, and kind of purifying yourself by, coming out of the chaos of your day-to-day life, getting, like I said, getting out into nature. If you have a pet, you know, maybe spending more time with that pet. And animals are always really great because they sort of test us, right? They don't communicate the way that we do. So in order to know their needs, we have to really kind of, you know, use our senses, our other senses besides speaking, because they can't talk to you. So you have to kind of sense what they need. So, but this can be a really great source of, it feels like almost like stress relief. Does that make sense? So when you're feeling a little wound up, you know, maybe just go for a walk. Literally just look at the birds if you don't have a pet. Or like I do, I go to the zoo. And I'm very fortunate to be near a zoo where they let us pet the giraffes. And it's one of my favorite things to do. I'm like a little kid when I go there. Because it does. It makes me feel very grounded and alive. So try to incorporate that. But this could even be shamanism. I always bring that up as well. And just getting yourself kind of anchored, right? Because new things are going to be coming for you. Things are going to be moving and shaking. And, you know, you got to be kind of solid in an environment like that so that you don't, you know, get all stressed out and then you end up pushing things out of your existence, right? Okay, so here we go. Next card, Archangel Raziel, spiritual souls. You are a teacher and role model for all spiritual souls, especially children. So the kids are watching, okay, whether they're your kids or not. And for some of you, it could be children in spirit, okay, maybe waiting to be born or, you know, whatever your circumstances are. So they're picking up on your cues. So what does that mean? Does that mean you go around preaching to the kids around you? No, they're not going to listen to you, especially if they're teenagers. The best thing to do is just inspired by your very example. You've heard me say that before. So this is a year, I think, where all eyes are on you, especially the younger generation. So I don't know how that's all tying in for your particular story, but there needs to be an awareness that you need to deepen this year. Yeah, and they're saying there will be, okay, so 2016, there will be some energy clashes, especially for you guys, but I think that the effect it has on you mentally and emotionally, like, you get it, and you're like, yeah, okay, I see what was going on there. It's fine. I can handle it. And it's going to be through that, you know, the kids around you, again, whether they're yours or not, they're going to look at you and they're going to feel okay about the world. And they may even have a little faith restored as well. Okay. So Raziel, let's talk about Raziel. So Raziel is one of the coolest angels out there. I mean, they're all cool, right? But I really love Raziel because he's the rainbow energy. And especially if you want to work with Raziel over this coming year, do it during your dream time. He'll take you all kind of places. You'll wake up tired, but you can get your answers, you know, to all your questions. Unless it's something about the universe that you're just not meant to know yet. I mean, sometimes that happens. But work with Raziel. Let him be a part of your existence this year. Okay? The final card we have is Archangel Sandalphon, movement. Any form of movement will be greatly beneficial for you. Get going. So here we go again with I would even call this like stress relief. Yeah, don't let your energies stagnate this year. Thank you. They're saying some of you are going to start neglecting your bodies because I'm guilty of that. I totally did that in the past 2 years. Ugh. You know, because you get stressed out. You're trying to start your own thing. Remember, from December, you had that whole entrepreneurial thing going on. And you start taking care of everybody else's needs and trying to live up to everybody else's expectations and not taking care of yourself. So this is like the last card for that whole 2016 message is don't forget about your physical body and taking care of you, okay? Because if you're not healthy, if you're not okay, how are you going to help anybody else? Do you know what I mean? And again, with this card where you're being an example for the children, you know, again, how many of us grew up, I mean, I grew up with relatives that would smoke around me. My pediatrician used to smoke around me, okay? Now, you know, and where I come from, you know, I kind of leaned on the examples of all the adults around me and just the way they ate. I ended up eating that way. I mean, that's just a simplistic example, but, you know, they are watching and they are picking up on things that you're not even realizing. So, yeah, I know that means you have to kind of clean up your act a little bit, doesn't it? and let them know this is the way to be. You know, this is the way to handle life or whatever's thrown at you. Okay? So there it is, guys. Have a beautiful year. And, of course, I'm sending you so much love. Take care.